Hello everyone, Jolene here from Bookworm Adventure Girl. I hope that you are all well. Today is Tag Tuesday, and although I just did a tag yesterday spreading some booktube love, which hopefully if you've checked that out, you might have found a few new channels, I wanted to do a tag today as well, since I am slowly catching up on the tags that I have been tagged in. So today I am going to do the stock Aitken and Waterman book tag. This tag was originally created by Jennifer from Jenniferlovesbooks, and I will leave a link to Jennifer's channel and video in the description box below. I was tagged by Berna from Berna's Bookish Adventures, so thanks so much to Berna for tagging me, and I will leave a link to Berna's channel and video below as well. So the prompts for this tag are in the form of a playlist based on stock Aitken and Waterman, who I think, if I understand this correctly, were the producers of these songs. And I am a lover of music, and so I'm very happy to do this tag. There are 10 prompts and 1 bonus prompt, so let's get started. The first prompt is "You'll Never Stop Me from Loving You," and this is by Sonia. This is an author whose books you will automatically read, even though some of their books haven't lived up to your expectations. And I had a couple ideas for this one, and I am going to go with Wally Lamb. I love Wally Lamb. He is one of my all-time favorite authors. 2 of his books are in my favorite of all time. I Know This Much Is True and She's Come Undone. Love these books. These are phenomenal books. Also, The Hour I First Believed, really, really good. And he has others that I enjoyed, like We Are Water. But I'll Take You There and Wishin' and Hopin' were just okay. And regardless, if he published a book tomorrow, I'd definitely pick it up. He is one of my auto-buy authors. The second prompt is You Spin Me Round by Dead or Alive. And this is a book with so many twists and turns that you get dizzy. And again, I had a couple in mind for this, but the one that I'm going to settle on is Defending Jacob. This is by William Landay. This is such a good book. And when I finished it, I just wanted to talk to people about it. And no one that I knew at the time had read it. So I had 2 of my friends read it so that we could chat. This is a court case, murder mystery, and it had me thinking the whole time, and it still got me in the end. Oh man, so good. The next prompt is Too Many Broken Hearts by Jason Donovan. This is a book that broke your heart, and I had a few for this one as well, but I think I'm going to go with Shuggie Bain. Shuggie Bain broke my heart, and Shuggie Bain has a special place in my heart. The next book that I think is going to break my heart is A Little Life, and I want to read it so bad, but I also know that it's going to rip my heart to shreds, so I keep putting it off, but I will get to it. Number 4, Love in the First Degree by Bananarama, your favorite fictional couple. This is not something that I really think about a lot, but the couple that came to mind when I read the prompt was Jamie and Claire Fraser from the Outlander series. And I think it's because I feel like they are characters that are so real in many ways, and they have an epic love story. At number 5, I Should Be So Lucky by Kylie Minogue. This is a book by an Irish author. I am actually currently reading an Irish author, Iris Murdoch, and we are reading The Sea. I'm reading this with Sandy from Miss Reads a Lot and her 1001 book club. So Iris Murdoch has been on my radar for a while, so I'm glad to finally be reading this book. And I'm a bit behind the group schedule. I'm almost probably about a week behind. Sorry, I'm going to catch up, I promise. Number 6 is Say I'm Your Number One by Princess. And this is your favorite prize-winning book. So for this one, I thought I would look at the Giller Prize winners. I do like to represent some Canadian authors. And of the winners that I've read that I rated 5 stars, I am going to say that would be the short story collection How to Pronounce Knife, and this is by Suvan Kamthemavongsa. This is one of the best short story collections that I have ever read, and I did predict that it would win the Giller, so when it actually won, I was just thrilled when that happened. The next prompt, number 7, The Harder I Try by Brother Beyond, and this is an author you just can't get into. So this might be an unpopular opinion, but it's Malcolm Gladwell. Now, in all fairness, I have only read one of his books, and that was Talking to Strangers. I did not like it. I've had, or maybe even, still have some other books of his on my shelf, but I really did not like Talking to Strangers, and I have, just lost a desire to read more of his books, and I'm so disappointed because I thought that I would really like his books. And maybe one day I will try again, but it won't be for a while. Number 8, Happenin' All Over Again by Lonnie Gordon. Your favorite series or sequel? So I have to say Anne of Green Gables for this one. I haven't read the entire series yet, but many of you already know that Anne of Green Gables is one of my all-time faves. Definitely my favorite Canadian classic. The sequel, Anne of Avonlea, I loved just as much, and the surprising thing to me is that the third book, Anne of the Island, I loved just as much as the first book, if not more. And I find that very rare, to like the books in the series more than the first book. But so far with this series, it has been very successful, so I really do need to get back to reading that series, and I'll be checking that out. Hopefully maybe this year I'll finish it up. So number 9 is Toy Boy by Sanita, I think it is. And this is your favorite poet or poem. And I have several, but I am going to say Earl Burney and his poem David. The poem is about 2 men who go mountain climbing and one of them falls. It was the first poem that I remember reading that had so much substance to it and that told a well-developed story, and that story has always stayed with me. Number 10, Together Forever by Rick Astley, the book that has been on your TBR the longest. That one is easy, and in fact I did a video of the books that have been on my TBR forever since the beginning of time, in hopes that I would read some of them this year, including Middlesex by Jeffrey Eugenides. This is on my radar and on my TBR for 2022. I will read it. And finally, the bonus track, Especially for You by Kylie and Jason. And this is to recommend a book that you think I will love. So for this one, I have to go with the book, or maybe books, I've been recommending to everyone lately. And that is This Tenderland by William Kent Krueger. And since I'm mentioning William Kent Krueger, I am also going to mention Ordinary Grace, which I might like just a smidge better. These are both fantastic books, and I gush about them a lot. I talk more about them in my top 10 books of 2021, so you can check that out. So good. Please check them out. So thanks again to Berna for tagging me, and to Jennifer for creating this tag. I am going to tag a few people. First, I'm going to tag Jane from Lady Jane Books, and Sina from Beating Around the Books, and finally I'm going to tag Brandon from Brandon's Bookshelf. If you are up to doing this tag, I would love to hear your answers, but of course, obviously, no pressure at all. Thanks to everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget to make every day an adventure.